What's up, guys? Hayabusa here, and welcome to a new series that I want to introduce. And for the first topic of my new series that I want to introduce that I don't have a title for, I want to talk about a pattern that I've noticed in Call of Duty among the last four titles. Now, what I've probably put together, and it's difficult to say this is exactly what's going on with Call of Duty, but it does explain a little bit. I would hope it would, but I really don't know. And I just want to preface this by saying that none of this is true. It's just my opinion, and don't take it as fact. Um, but anyways, let's get into this. In Call of Duty 4, you had frag times 3 and the general overpoweredness of grenades. And you had your M16 that was overpowered, your MP5 was pretty overpowered. And so that would probably cause a lot of anguish among the community that plays it, to the point where they're just looking for a different game. And then a year later, Call of Duty World at War comes out, and people are like, "Oh, thank God, the new Call of Duty. We don't have to deal with this frag times 3. We don't have to deal with the M16. We can just play a good old-fashioned Call of Duty and have fun." Then in World at War, you had the MP40 with Juggernaut and that whole class, and people were just fed up with it, so they go back to or Call of Duty 4, and then there was basically a split population on Call of Duty World at War and Modern Warfare at 4, Call of Duty 4, and so you had these two communities among the respective Call of Duty games, and they're both hoping for a new game. They just want a new game. They want to get away from all the overpowered, broken mechanics of a game. And then Modern Warfare 2 comes out, and both parties basically say like, okay, this new Call of Duty is out. They've addressed all the problems. Nothing's really going to be overpowered. They have all this hype for it. And then they have all these problems with Modern Warfare 2. Now, I'm not saying that it was intended, but then what basically comes out of all that, all the shitstorm that was Modern Warfare 2, basically what it boiled down to after all the patches and all that stuff was one man army, grenade launchers, and commando and danger close. Those three perks, and then unlimited supply of noob tubes. So you had this, you know, more anguish among the community than ever before, and people were just like, "This is retarded. I want a new Call of Duty." And then people started building hype for Black Ops, and so you see this pattern that in each Call of Duty there's been respective problems that have never been solved and probably won't be solved. And then you got Black Ops. People are complaining about Ghost. They're complaining about the RC car. They're complaining about the AK-74U with rapid fire. Then you got this whole mix of problems with Black Ops. You got connection as well, the hit detection. So you had these problems with Black Ops. Now people are already looking forward to Modern Warfare 3. Now if you think about it, they're going to probably address all these problems, like, take out Last Stand or Second Chance, or whatever. They're going to make all the weapons balanced. Each gun's going to be good in its own scenario and whatnot. But mark my words, there will be something overpowered in the next Call of Duty, to the point where it's just going to develop a general hatred of the game. And it seems to me it's more of a marketing ploy than anything else. With each game, there's something that's broken, overpowered, and so people look forward to the next Call of Duty, hoping that it won't be in there, and there'll be just a perfect harmony of awesomeness that everyone's like, "Yay, this game is amazing, nothing's wrong with it." 3 to 5 months later, "Oh, this game is retarded, it's got all this broken, overpowered perk setups, class combinations. It's ridiculous. I cannot wait for the next Call of Duty so that this stuff is out of here and we don't have to worry about that." It seems to me to be a marketing ploy by Activision. This is kind of a conspiracy theory, but I mean, if you think about it, every Call of Duty has had a problem that people want to look forward to the next Call of Duty, and so they make record-breaking sales on the next game, and it's an endless cycle from there. One game has a lot of problems, and then the next game wants to come out and have a lot of community support, and it's just not going to happen. I mean, as far as like no flaws or anything. And the reason why I think there's this whole each Call of Duty has a problem is because there have never been a beta since Call of Duty 4. I mean, think about it. If Modern Warfare 2 had a beta and people would have seen that one man army isn't the greatest perk to have in the game as far as replenishing the grenades and your equipment right off your backpack, and yeah, you have to sacrifice a secondary, but I mean, that's nothing compared to two grenade launchers that can get a multitude of kills each and every time you just swap the class. And so, if there would have been a beta for Modern Warfare 2, you probably wouldn't have seen one man army as prevalent as it is. Commando probably wouldn't even be in the game, and Scavenger definitely probably wouldn't replenish grenade launchers or rockets. Same with one man army unless you like swap to a completely different class. And then once you've exhausted all your grenade launchers from each class, then you're done. But whatever, that's besides the point. And if Black Ops had a beta, the connectivity issues wouldn't be where they are. People would have probably found the AK-74U a little bit overpowered anyway. They would have toned back maybe they probably would have toned back the damage stats a little bit. And the FAMAS wouldn't probably wouldn't have a high rate of fire as it does, or whatever. I mean, simple betas. I mean, as much as Call of Duty makes for Activision, you think that dedicated servers and betas would do for a series as huge as Call of Duty if they would just support with dedicated servers and a beta before the game came out. You would see we probably wouldn't have gone away from Modern Warfare 2 if there would have been a beta, if they would have had dedicated servers, and if they would have just supported the game. I mean, and the same as with Black Ops. I mean, I know they're supporting the game and all, but I mean, really, I mean, if they would have done a beta, they would have seen the connectivity issues. They probably could have fixed them. Maybe not. That might, but they could have done something among the period of time between the beta release and the release of the actual game. But those are just my opinions. Don't take them as fact. They obviously aren't. Anyways, that's all, guys. Please leave a rating if you would be so kind. Um, and subscribe if you haven't. And that's about it. I think I will talk to you guys next time. Peace out.